Hello everyone! Welcome back to another Let's Play of Dwarf Fortress with me, Epiok. Alright, so a few things have happened between, then and now, in episode 6. Things moved along a little bit faster than I expected, and that's thanks to ninjas. I went to go get something to drink and use the bathroom, walked back, and I realized, I walked back a while later, kind of left it running. My cat was sleeping on my keyboard, Ninja, and my game was running the whole time because apparently he pressed enter and started things back up. And yeah, so a bunch of time went by and things happened. As you see, I have added 26 new dwarves in one big fat freaking wave. Wait a minute, wave 4. I only got one person. When did wave 4 come through? Oh, it's a baby. Okay, that must have just recently happened then. Alright, so anyways, wave 3 came in with 26 dwarves. Now, I was really excited at first. It's like, sweet, we got a whole bunch of dwarves with skills that we really needed, and our population's booming. Great, awesome. Not really. Unfortunately, this wave came with a whole bunch of skillless bastards. I mean, they had skills. They could farm, they could pick or plant plants and cheese and do all that stuff and do stuff with animals. But as you notice, one thing that I don't have anything of, I have nobody with any of these the metal industry skills. Literally none. Which kind of sucks because I finally got to the point where I got magma forges and I'm going to start doing the metal industry, and I have no one. Also, I'm kind of lackluster on some of these other industries. I got glass making. I think I had someone. Leatherworking, that was an important one. Where was the other one? The one that I really wanted was a clothes maker because, I wanted to make bags and all that good stuff. That doesn't seem to be happening right now. Okay, it's okay. It could be worse. Then, of course, I do have a siege operator. I just lacked the engineer to build one. So, once again, that sucks. And then, of course, one of the more important things, though not just yet, we still might get lucky here in the next few waves, especially as the military starts to build up, is you see I have finally got someone with some doctor skills, suturing and dressing wounds. But it doesn't matter because I still don't have anyone with diagnosis, which you need to have before you can do any type of medical treatment. So, anyways, beyond what I did there, I changed up some people's skills, focused people on, more focused jobs. I've, if you look here, I have, in Dwarf Therapist, given everyone a nickname based on what I want them to do. Marks are going to be my marksmen, and I think I have 6 of them. I'm going to probably set up 2 squads of marksmen. It's going to be a bit difficult right now because I'm kind of lacking on any type of ammunition to shoot. I guess I could make wood ones, but I'm kind of running low on wood because I had to build 26 beds, which we're going to be cutting here shortly. And then, of course, there's a few other people. There's one useless person. His name is Aladdin. He is, I'm going to give him a spear eventually and throw him in a melee squad, and I could care less if he dies because he's a socially crippled, he's a sociopath, so, so I could care less if he dies, but everyone else seems to have something I can use, just not what I was hoping. Anyways, let's get out of Dwarf Therapist. Oh, and another thing, we still have nobody with any type of skill for record keeping, so I'm still kind of lost in the sauce on where my stocks are, at least in a more detailed fashion. Alright, so let's just drop that out here and go to the Dwarf Fortress itself. Alright, now, as you can see, I've, with letting things go, a few things have changed. Let's start with the main hall. As you see, I think it's Necrosync, or, sorry if I got your name wrong, he pointed out that even with, here, let's pull him up real quick, dead missing, there we go, our legendary miner I accidentally killed last time, Sazgul Korvukor, the miner, is missing. He's not missing. He burned alive. Actually, he's probably entombed in in a rock right now from magma hitting me. I don't know. I don't know how that works. But we had to still memorialize him so his ghost didn't come back. So, as you can see up here, this room will be our memorial hall for all those who, die and aren't there to be buried. So, because it's very possible, especially with this river here, that bodies will make its way to the river, get taken off screen into some other area. It's very possible. Or eaten alive. You never know. Anyways, a few other things I've made changes. Well, I let finish. As you can see, I finally got my butcher shop and fishery. They are right now under construction, along with this room to the side. Now you're wondering, why is he building this room hanging out over the water here? The reason I'm doing this is I wanted a place to store all the fish and bodies, so if we didn't butcher them in time and cook them, we wouldn't have miasma making its way, making anyone unhappy and sick. Because this, even though it will be covered completely, it will be considered outside, and even if they get rotten, they will not become, well, they won't rot and create miasma. Also, something I put in here, and well, it's the way I designed. I could have done it with doors, but I decided not to. Is I designed it so the entrances move diagonally. You can see that here. Let's whoop, wrong way. Scrolling here, you see how you can go in diagonally. This keeps miasma cannot move diagonally. It can only move in 2 axes. So, well, I guess it still would be in those 2 axes, but just in the diagonal axis. I don't know. So that's there. I also finished up throwing some. Oops, let's get out of that. Let's scroll out just a tidbit again. Oh, a little bit more. All right, cool. Okay, and you see, I've got a clothes shop here. I don't know who put it together. I didn't think I had someone with clother in there. I've got my loom together. The leatherworks is good, and a tanner shop. So what I've done is I set up some people for hunting, gathering, and well, hunting and butchering, and then we can do this tanning, make leather. Since I don't think we're gonna be able to do normal cloth, plant cloth clothes just yet. Also, I added the other still, and the corn finally got done, and I think I have that thing set up with a bunch of mill. Well, mill all those wheat, so we can make some bread out of it. Well, biscuits. Well, prepared meals, but they're biscuits for the easy meals. And then, of course, I've been constantly having to feed plump helmets to my stills because everyone with this huge wave, they're just drinking everything up. I also got it set up so eventually going down a level, this area all in here will be storage. So we'll have, for these crafts workshop areas, we'll have an upper storage and a lower storage. This will probably be the input, and this might be the, actually this might be the input and output. I don't know, maybe I wish I would have set this up another level, but I didn't. I would have done the output or input on this level and then the output here, but oh well, it didn't happen. It's not the end of the world. It's only a few extra blocks movement. Another thing I set up, and they should be minus eventually, is I've got where I'm going to be setting my barracks for my dwarves. I almost thought about doing that above here where I'm going to have the castle, well, defensive platform, but I decided against it. I wanted to keep them down here, still put them in stone so I can, well, engrave everything and make them happy, making nicer rooms. You can see here I've got the militia commander. His rooms are going to be here, and then the other 5 dwarves right now will be there. I have also mined a little bit more. I didn't find anything more than what I already had. I think I found one extra different type of gem, nothing special. And what else did we do on this level? There wasn't too much else on this level, I don't think. I had a few other plans for building a few more things here, but until I get more dwarves, there's no point doing it. I really want to get my waterfalls running, but I haven't had a chance to do that yet because, well, I've been focused on my economy. Also, something you notice here, I couldn't build walls on floors. I thought you had to put floors down before you walls. No. So I have to take these floors out, then I'm going to put in walls here, and I'm going to go up a level, and then I'm going to put a floor over the top of this so that there's no way to get into this from outside. That will be the same with this platform here for the refuse, and eventually when I do the water across, this water will actually be topped off with the floor, so water can't escape from the top if there's too high pressure or creatures don't crawl in there and get in my base that way, which I really do want to get that going. But mainly the reason I want to get it going is because I want the cleaning coming through and happiness. because of the mist generators. But cleanliness is one of the important things. I don't want blood tracked everywhere, especially once our militia starts killing people. So anyways, let's move on to a couple other things I was doing. I think there wasn't much there besides building a few things. I finally got a mechanic who is specifically just doing mechanic stuff now. I have had him, actually I'm gonna do a few more. Let's make some more rock mechanisms. We never have enough. I'm gonna be starting to set up traps and stuff, especially once I start getting my castle up above, or my defense platform rolling. I've got my hives going. I've actually I'll show you them in a second where I put them. I've built one more here. I've been doing a lot with my jewelers, or doing gems conversion. I kind of stopped for now. Once I get my metal industry going, I'm going to start encrusting all my metalworks with, well, probably mostly gold with all these gems. And then outside of that, my carpenter's workshop, I really do have to start getting myself getting grates. If I had the grates are for the waterfall, just to point that out. If I had, what do you call it, metal industry, I would have done it out of a metal, but I can't do that. So we're gonna have to do it out of wood, which means I'm gonna have to cut down a whole bunch more trees. Now let's move up a little bit. All right, and all right, now going on to our problem before. Also, you notice I cut out this huge swath of area. This will eventually be, now that I've opened myself up to caves, this area here will be well, it will be where trees, underground trees like the giant mushrooms grow, so I can get wood from there instead of having to go outside. And then I'm adding another farm plot, which will be pretty much plump helmets for now. And then something, as I was pointing out before in the last video, stupidity with barrels. I kind of found a solution. I don't know if someone did it on the forum, recommended something like this. I did it my own way. I decided to do it so that each one of these is an individual stockpile that will not have barrels, which means that as long as I have 20 or 30 seeds of each type, that each stockpile will have 10 seeds apiece. And that means that if Joe Schmo Dwarf decides to come and grab this bag and take it to a crop to plant, there'll still be 3 other bags available for him to grab to plant somewhere else. So we're not having such a bad, I guess, bug, I guess. I mean, it's one solution I decided to pick out for this. So that's there, and that makes life a lot easier for me. Alright, and then of course, if you look over here, I also have this area here gonna be dug out. I'm letting this get dug out now, and for that reason, we're leaving this area here for our livestock. I want it dug out now, so in a month or 2 or 3 months or another season or 2, enough moss and stuff is grown on the ground so I can keep my animals on this level eating and not have to keep them outside. I will do that to this level, and then I can keep more animals, and of course I'll be able to switch them. For instance, if this gets eaten, I can move them to a tertiary or secondary or tertiary pasture pen underground. I currently have them all up here right now. Actually, with that wave, I got a whole bunch of new animals. Let's go on and we'll see what we got here. Obviously, the buffaloes, the water buffaloes. I'm not entirely sure about gooses and goslings, geese, whatever. If they need to be in here, actually, if they need to be here, I'm not sure. The good thing, I'm very happy about this, is I have, I think, 4 llamaas, or yeah, I have 4 llamas, 2 of each gender, and that makes life 1,000 times easier. Actually, one of the males is, once he gets adulthood, is going to get slaughtered, but otherwise, that's good, because then I can milk. I can take their what do you call it, where you shear them for their wool or whatever it is, so I can make clothing out of that and bags and stuff, and that will be nice. And then of course I can always eat them whenever I'll probably do that with just the males, since females can be doing other things. I also got a gobbler, a bunny, and well, I think that was it. Yep, that's it. Of course, we've had a couple more bursts of kittens and dogs. Seems to be a never-ending thing. Definitely watching out for the cat explosions and dog explosions. So yeah, let's escape there. A few other things. If you notice, there's a lot of blood around here. Obviously, the ibex died there. I think I might have pointed that already. But something else happened. We had our first our burglar or thief, a kobold thief, come through. When he got ripped to pieces, literally he got ripped to pieces. I think his teeth, a couple of his arms and legs are hanging around. There's his right back tooth. Actually, I think everything else is pretty much rotted away. But anyways, all of that got ripped to pieces by that hunting dog and the war dog that I put on a pasture around the entrance, which is right there. So that has worked out. My defenses are holding up. I am obviously starting to cut more wood. I'm actually going to probably cut a bit more, especially now I have 2 more woodworkers. And then let's go over here. Also, if you look over here, I finally set myself up with a all the hives. I think there's a honeybee hive over here. Is this a honeybee hive? Yeah, there's a honeybee hive there, and we'll start creating these colonies, making some honey. I've got some people to press the honey from the comb, so that's good news. We can take that honey and we can turn it into med, and that med will definitely relieve the well, my farmers on the plump helmet growing. So that's there. Well, it'll also give variety, and obviously a variety of alcohol in this game for your dwarves makes them much happier, especially if your dwarves have a specific liking to a certain one. And I think there's quite a few that actually like med that I've seen in that wave. One of them actually being one of my chief military dwarves. He's actually going to be my leader of the military. I think he'll be excellent. I think this is another honeybee hive. Oh, it's kind of terminized. I think there was 3 or 4 when I looked around earlier. Let's not worry about that right now. What else was there to show off? I did finally remove all the up downs so that you cannot access this area here. I think I had to actually, I got one of my minor dwarves that locked himself out, and I had to have him dig himself out around the river because he wouldn't cross the river. So I had to dig himself over here. Ooh, is that a hive? Or is that our termite? Colony ants. So he dug himself out down there, which isn't a big deal, whatever. So this is now an isolated area. The only way to get up to it is by dodge. You can actually, I don't know if you can dodge up. I know you can dodge down a block. Not sure about up. But yeah, so we got this going. This is now protected. What else? I'm definitely going to be starting to build my fort here soon. I'm waiting to get a few other things built. I wanted that main room down here built down here first. Those walls all set up on the lower level. Once that gets done, the next thing for my masons to do, besides making more blocks, because I want to do all of dolomite blocks, is the idea is I'm going to have it's going to be like a walled in and roofed in 2-story building or complex that goes from right here where my entrance will be, goes all the way over here, and then there'll be like a separate little castle on this, and then going from here to here will be a bridge, and this bridge will be where I drop baddies off into the, well, down here into the drink. I'm kind of thinking about having the bridge go from here this way, and then having a wall so they have to come up and around and go this way. I was trying to make an elaborate bridge system so they would weave, like if I had a siege and they were trying to come to my thing, I could leave a bridge open and then have like 8 or 9 bridges going all over the place that they had to weave their way through, and then I could have a switch that basically drops them all down in the water, and then they'll be swept away to wherever these 2 areas take them. I kind of went away with that idea, and the reason is I want to actually be able to collect some of, oh my god, it's a ninja, get out of here, you bastard. Oh god. I was about to say before a ninja rudely interrupted me, I plan on actually setting up probably over here basically a giant set of bridges on this, and then they'll drop down to a lower section down here where I will drown them. Actually, it'll probably have to be deeper. It'll probably be on this level. I will set up so I can drown them and then drain it, and once I drain it, actually maybe I won't do it there, but once I drain it, I'll be able to recover stuff from their bodies and be able to melt it down or do whatever that I wanted to do with it. So that's what I'm thinking for that full defense. But until then, I'm just gonna have a temporary little bridge, probably a maze of walls that is just covered in traps, so I can, well, capture some things and kill things, and we'll make all sorts of traps of all types. So so that's the plan for the defenses up above. Let's go to, I think my magma forges are, yep, they were all mined out. Now, obviously, I messed up the first time trying to make this. I started here, burned the hell out of what's-his-face, went up a level, was like, alright, I'll clear out this, and then I realized, oh shit, this isn't gonna work, and it didn't. Obviously, this spot right here was supposed to be cut out from up above. Well, I found out if I did that, I would burn all my dwarves alive from here. So I had to set up my magma forges, well, where they will be on this level, and then channeled into this. And then I have, I think, let's see, K. I thought I had, I know they're made of dolomite. Oh, there we are. Alright, cool. Or Gabbro. So I have these fortifications here, and these fortifications will keep creatures from crawling into here, and then crawling to my magma forges and eating everyone alive. Ooh, is that gold? Yep. Something else, there is, some adamantine spires. Something I'll look at getting into when I start getting some, guys leveled up at hero levels. I don't know where the hell it was, but I'm not too concerned by it. I'm not really paying attention to adamantine just yet. Let's go all the way to top here. So yeah, that's how far I've really gotten along with my fortress so far. I was gonna sit here and let you guys see me how I'm going along with it, but it's kind of boring to watching things progress. I pretty much, I think it was before my cats got on the keyboard and let it run for about 20 minutes on its own. I already have let about 20 minutes of the game run without recording because it was just a lot of boring mining and stuff like that. I think what I'm going to do is when more exciting things happen, I will record them. I intended to record everything that happened while my cat wasn't there, and I couldn't do that because, well, he was sitting on the keyboard, so... but anyways, I think on my next episode, this should all be cleared out. I want to have my, my waterfall system and my cleaning system, or my sewer system, all basically cut out and set up so that when we start the next episode, all we'll have to do is pull a switch. Well, actually, when we pull the switch, we'll be channeling down on these few blocks right here next to the river, and then we can watch it together succeed or fail miserably. Succeeding is, well, doing its job exactly as it's supposed to be doing, creating mist and cleaning off my dwarves. Failing is, in the worst case scenario, basically flooding my fortress and killing everyone by drowning. And the worst I think it's going to happen is some of these areas, like where the water will drop down here, and maybe not in this section, but definitely here at this stairway. Actually, let's go. Alright, these right here, this is where I'm actually worried about water flowing too fast and then people on the stair coming up this story getting washed away in this flooding. I don't know if it'll happen or not. I also originally had the water from that cleaning system connecting back into the sewer system and going this way, but I realized, do I really want to have whatever's getting washed off my dwarves getting dumped down a waterfall into my main hall and where my dwarves live, and possibly covering them in blood or poisonous stuff from a forgotten beast? And that's a definite no. So yeah, so we change up. Beyond all this, really, this fortress ain't looking too shabby. I don't know if I'm ever gonna find any iron. I might have to rely on silver weapons, which isn't bad. I can use silver to make, eventually use silver to make my crossbows, and those crossbows will be great for my my marksmen, because not only will they be able to shoot from them, they will be able to beat people with them as a hammer, and silver makes a good material for hammers, which is probably what I'm gonna be doing. Is maces and hammer dwarfs be my primary defense force. Probably have I know silver's horrible for sharpened blades, but whatever. If we do it, we do it. I think Spear Dwarf right now is the only melee dwarf I have planned, anyways. At least initially. So, anyways, I don't think there's too much else to really show you guys. I'm kind of changing how this Let's Play is going to actually go now. It's going to be more of a highlight play. I've been watching a few videos of other people, and the ones where they do it how I've been, where I've been literally trying to show it every minute of me playing, get really boring to watch. And I just prefer the ones where they go and they highlight some of the more important things, and that's what I plan on doing, especially now that I have started a new Minecraft series. That one will probably be a little bit like that, where it'll highlight a lot of things but also show me playing at certain points. Anyhow, that's been this Let's Play of Dwarf Fortress. I hope you all enjoyed it. Let me know if you guys have any ideas or thoughts, concerns, or anything like that. I actually was tempted at one point, especially after Ninja Kitties decided to screw over a whole bunch of time there. I almost decided to just call it quits on this Let's Play, but I have a decent amount of people watching it. Well, at least for my user level and subscriber level, I should say. So I plan to continue it until I'm literally getting no one watching these anymore. So as long as you guys watch them, I'm going to continue to play them. So anyways, this has been Epiac. I'll see you guys all later, and peace out.